Okay, let's now talk about polling. Donald Trump continues to collapse in the polls, and this should really scare us. It should really scare you. The people who want to remove Trump are the ones who should be most scared by Donald Trump's polling collapse. And I've decided I can't not cover the polls because the polls are remarkable in terms of how they compare to polls in past elections. So I can't not talk about the polls. But the framing has to be the polls should scare us because they might keep people home. The anti-Trump voter may become complacent if they see too many of these polls that show Joe Biden winning. So the polls are looking good for Joe Biden, and that should scare us because we don't want anybody to stay home as a result. The only possible result of Joe Biden polling well, if we don't take this approach, is that some people who don't like Trump will say, I don't really need to vote. I'm just going to stay home because you don't need my vote. Biden's going to win. And that's exactly what we need to dissuade people from doing. So let's take a look at the latest national polls and then some of the important state numbers. So nationally, Joe Biden is leading Donald Trump by an average of 8.7. That's a big lead. The polls range from leads as small as 4 and as large as 14 for Joe Biden, with an average of 8.7. These are crazy numbers. This is a much bigger lead than Hillary Clinton had. And that's why this is scary to me, because this can change. These could be off by the full margin of error. These polls could make people think, I don't need to vote. We'll get back to that. Looking at the important battleground states, we see that Arizona has Biden up 3.5. Florida has Biden up 5. In Michigan, Biden is up 7.5. In North Carolina, Biden is up by 3. In New Hampshire, Biden's up by 4.5. There's a tie in Ohio, a state that Donald Trump won in 2016. In Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, Joe Biden is polling about 6.5 points ahead. These are obviously very good numbers for Joe Biden. If you start with the 2016 map and then flip to Biden, the states where he's now winning in the polls, Joe Biden wins easily with more than 330 electoral votes. And that's why we should be scared. We cannot afford to have a single person stay home because they think Biden has your state in the bag. I'll give you an example, and this is an extreme example. I vote in Massachusetts. Biden is currently winning in Massachusetts by 31 points. Trump is not going to win in Massachusetts. But you had better be damn sure that I am going to vote. Massachusetts, earlier this week, I told you, has confirmed vote by mail is available to everybody, and they will be sending out absentee ballot applications to every registered voter. So that's my view in Massachusetts, where Biden's winning by 31. If you are in any state, I don't care what state you're in, you should imagine your vote, visualize your vote flipping the election from Trump to Biden, okay? Imagine that that is the importance of your vote. If you knew you could be the difference maker between your state going to Trump and Biden, I hope that you would go out and vote. If you want to have a say, that's exactly how you have a say. So we're going to report on polling. I'm not going to ignore the polling story because it is an interesting story. An incumbent president with this low of an approval rating just 4 months out, that is news. And I'm not going to, it would be weird for me to do a daily show mostly about American politics and not talk about that. But the way I'm going to couch it is we should be scared by these numbers because the last thing we want is horrible, gut-wrenching disappointment again on November 3rd or November 4th or November 10th, however long it takes to count all of those votes that will be coming in by mail. We're going to continue covering the polling and asking for your thoughts on the David Pakman Show Instagram page, which is simply David Pakman Show, all one word on Instagram. Also, if you want to see video, people are loving this. Some people went completely crazy rioting in the streets when I posted this video. On my personal Instagram, there is a video of me harvesting my 2 spicy peppers. These things are so crunchy. You will not believe it. Okay, follow me on Instagram at david.pakman. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this. Privacy.com is one of our sponsors, and they're giving you $5 just for using their free service at privacy.com/Pakman. Privacy is a service I've been using for a while now. I love it. It saves me a bunch of headaches. It's completely free, and it's very quick to set up. And here's how it works. When you pay for something online or over the phone, instead of exposing your real credit card number, Privacy lets you generate virtual card numbers. The payments are withdrawn from your checking account, but your real card number stays completely private, and you do it all with one click. You can autofill the card number in your web browser, on the phone. You can create 12 virtual cards a month. You can set spending limits, freeze them, delete them whenever you want. I especially love it for free trials where you need to give a credit card number, because I can destroy the virtual card number as soon as I give it to the company, and I know I won't be charged in the future. If you're ordering food over the phone, why do I need to give a restaurant my real card number if I don't have to? Companies don't have to know who you are. Your real credit card number is protected from the data breaches that happen, unfortunately, more often than we would like, and it's completely free. They do have a paid version with different tiers where you can create more virtual credit card numbers per month, cashback rewards, extra security features. But go ahead and sign up for the free service. It's a no-brainer. Companies can't charge you unexpectedly. You're protected from identity theft. It costs you nothing. And Privacy is giving you $5 to spend just for signing up when you go to privacy.com/Pakman.